Best Friend eyeshadow duo, specifically in the shade Peach Squad. And I'm interested in this because I've recently started to try e.l.f.'s eyeshadow formula with their Matte for Matte palette that I've mentioned before. And I was pleasantly surprised, and I kind of like the colors of that, even though it's kind of more summery than I would like at the moment. But I don't think I'm going to be picking it up because I don't need those shades. It's not a good time of the year for it, because then again, it is summer colors to me. And also, it's only a duo, and usually I would just gravitate towards a palette more. As I said before, I tried the Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette by e.l.f. in Summer Breeze, and I really enjoyed it. And so the Jewel Pop palette that I'm showing you here is another one of those palettes. I'm really interested in it because of all of the colorful shadows. I think it would be a really nice supplemental palette to rest of my other palettes, and I don't know, there's some colors that are different than my NYX Ultimate Brights palette, and it's pretty affordable, only $10, so yeah, interested in picking this one up, and I actually might end up doing that sometime in the future. This is the e.l.f. blush in the shade Mellow Mauve, and I've always been interested in this because of Jessica Braun, because she talks very highly of it, but I realize I have a lot of blushes that are this shade in my collection, and I just think, honestly, even though it's only $3, it'd probably just be a waste of money, but it's something that I'm never going to take off my wish list because I am interested to see if it's good, you know? This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, which I'm sure you know about by now. I've always been interested in it, but looking at it and what I've heard people say about it, Morphe shadows in their palettes tend to look pretty similar. And I already have the 35O, so I'm kind of like, I'm not sure if I need to have this palette as well because it does have the warm tones. And I haven't been doing that many warm tone looks lately. And then the Pops of Blue. Blue is my least favorite eyeshadow color. So it's not really interesting to me at all besides the greens at the bottom, like the third one in from the bottom. That's the only shade that's like really special to me, but even then I have that in my Born to Run, I have that in my NYX birthday palette, I'm pretty sure, and you know, there's different palettes that have that shade, and if I wanted to I could get a single shadow, so I don't think I'm going to be picking this one up. I've heard so many good things about Ofra highlighters that I am interested in buying one, but they're all in the $29 to $30 range or something like that. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head how much they are, but they're not in my price range for a single highlighter. So I've always been interested in this highlighter set by Ofra. It's out of stock currently, but I feel like the next time I buy anything from Ulta, which is probably going to be around Black Friday, because I'm kind of setting myself in a no makeup buy sort of thing, but I'm probably going to end up purchasing this the next time I go shopping, and I'm really excited. I'm not sure about how that left shade is. I think it's called Blissful. I'm not sure how that would work on my skin tone, but I could always use it as a eyeshadow. But the value of having 3 of these for $29, that's like one for $10 each, and I'm willing to pay that, especially if they are as good as everyone says that the single ones are. So I think this is a great value, and I'm really, really excited to end up purchasing it. I have not tried anything from ColourPop, but I am interested in their Super Shock Shadow in Special Delivery. I think it's a really, really pretty mint green color. It's a shimmery mint green color. And I love colors like this, as you probably heard when I was talking about the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I've heard good things about this formula as a whole, and it's only $5, so I think it'd be really nice shade to get, especially with the holidays coming, because I love green eyeshadow at the holidays and everything, you know. I look at it and it makes me happy. This is another ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Telepathy, and I thought it was a pretty unique color. I have not seen anything like this really, unless I just don't remember, but I do not own anything like this. I think it's a really cool, like, antique gold sort of color. And I don't know, it kind of combines my love of green eyeshadow and gold eyeshadow into one. I just think it'd be really pretty on the lid, and it could be for like a grungy look. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, but I really like the look of this shadow, and honestly, I think I would get this one over Special Delivery that I just showed. And this is the shade Ladybird, which looks pretty boring, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, but I really do like a pinky champagne sort of color. I do own this in multiple different palettes, so this is probably the last one I would pick up, but I've heard a lot of good things about it from Shannon Shortcake in particular, and she said that she used this as an inner corner highlight as well as a face highlight, which I can totally see myself using it as, but again, this is probably not something I'm going to be picking up. This is just something that I've got my eye on. This is the Milani Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner in Linked on Black, and this is on my wish list because I've heard a lot of good things about this eyeliner, I think mostly from Jessica Braun, but I do have other eyeliners on my list, like the Essence one and NYX ones, I believe. They're like the gel ones as well. And I don't use that many eyeliners, and I don't plan on using many eyeliners. I just want to have one. So this is the one I put on my wish list just because it's the one I don't see myself getting as much, because I don't purchase from Milani as much. Not like a conscious reason or anything, I just don't. So it was just more of like a unique thing to me than anything from NYX or Essence, but I'm most likely to get something from those brands, if that makes sense. This is the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and I know I do not need this because I feel like I have every single shade in this palette, but it's just so pretty to me. Like, I don't know what it is. It just looks so good to me. And I saw Lauren May Beauty do a 4 Looks 1 palette with this, and I've fell in love, and I've wanted it ever since. So I think I'm just going to ask for it for Christmas or something, and if I get it, I get it. But I don't think I'm going to buy it myself. So this one's going to go to the back burner next time I buy anything, and maybe I'll get it for Christmas. But I will not be purchasing this myself. But I will take it as a gift. Hint, hint to anyone who's watching that could do that for me. I have wanted to purchase from Juvia's Place ever since I really discovered who they were from Nikki Tutorials, like most people probably did. And I was always turned off by the fact that they had their own website, and basically the only place I order makeup from is Ulta. So once I came to Ulta, I was thrilled, and I've been looking at palettes to purchase basically ever since they came to Ulta. And this is the one that I found myself looking at a lot. I feel like I will use a lot of these shades. Most of them are unique to me. There's only a couple that I wouldn't use, but I'm really, really, really excited about that green and that purple, the shimmery light purple, the silver. I don't know, looking at this palette makes me really excited, and I hope Juvia's Place shadows are as good as everyone says they are, but this is the palette I'd like to try out to test that theory. So I'm either going to ask for this for Christmas or purchase it myself. I'm probably going to end up purchasing it myself on Black Friday, so I'm probably not going to even get a chance to get it for Christmas. But I just really like it. I don't think there's a mirror in it. I don't know if Juvia's Place palettes, any of them come with a mirror, but if there was a mirror, that'd be 10 times better. But I'm fine with it if there's not. It just looks so pretty. I can't get over it. That strawberry shade. It's so cute. This is the Dose of Colors Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Rosebud, and I think I heard about this from Jessica Braun. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like something she would recommend. But this is one of my colors that I would wear all the time in a lipstick. This is like the color I always gravitate towards with lipsticks, like my natural color. I know I don't need it. I probably won't spend $18 on a lipstick. Well, maybe besides the one I'm going to be showing you in a little bit, but I don't know, it's just something I was interested in. I'm probably not going to get. I might ask for it for Christmas. I might just completely forget about it, but it's there. This looked really, really interesting to me. I don't know if this is good or anything. I don't remember seeing any reviews on this, but from the picture, it looks really, really pretty and metallic. And I chose this shade Poppin' Lockin', which is like a vibrant violety purple, because when I first dyed my hair purple, this was basically the kind of color my hair was, and I thought it would be really cool if this was on my eyes and my hair, it would like coordinate. Now my hair has faded to more of a blonde. I don't think there's really any purple left, but I still think this is a really, really pretty color. I might not specifically get this color, but it'd be pretty unique, I think. I don't think I have that many purples in my collection, so I'm still interested in it, but the intentions behind it have changed, I suppose. But maybe if I dye my hair a different color, I would look at other shades, maybe to do that same intention, because I know they come in different colors. But yeah, it just looked really, really pretty and metallic and cool. Now this is the lipstick I said I would spend that much money on. I've heard good things about Ofra lipsticks as well. I never thought I'd purchase them because they are $17, and to me that's like crazy. But I really like this shade, and I cannot find a good color. I want to get a burnt orange, kind of pumpkin-y orange for fall. I think it'd be really, really pretty on like Thanksgiving or something. And I cannot find a color I want, like in a drugstore brand. And if I'm going to go more expensive, I'm going to try Ofra, you know. There's no questioning about that. So I feel like I'm going to get this around Black Friday too. This is like a Black Friday wish list already. You know, I'm thinking of making one closer to Black Friday, but this is probably going to be something I purchase. I really hope that I'm able to get my hands on it or something. It's so pretty. And if I got one Ofra lipstick, which I probably would only get one, it would probably have to be this one. This is one that tempts me every time I see it. I'm really interested in BH Cosmetics, but I don't think I need this palette. I've been experimenting more with color lately, but I don't think I'm so experienced with color and so into the color that I need to have yet another palette. I've already talked about the Juvia's Place palette. I own the NYX Ultimate Brights. I talked about the e.l.f. Jewel Pop. This is another colored one. I don't know what it is with me and colored eyeshadows recently where I barely wear them. Like, not barely, but I've just been getting into them, and I'm like, every colorful eyeshadow palette I'm like into. So I think this also has to do with the fact that it's BH Cosmetics and it's under $20. So I don't know. And then it's really hard for me to figure out like if this is good or not, because some people, I've seen swatches that look awful and then some swatches look great, and then I get confused because there's like 3 different versions of this like Brazil line. Some of them have matte, some of them are all shimmers. I don't know if this is matte or shimmer or what. It's a pressed pigment. I'm just really confused, so I don't think I'm going to get this, but I think it might just be because it's BH Cosmetics or it's colored, but I think I'm going to hold off from getting this because I'm just confused. I already own one of these in the Violet Smoked color. It's like a smoky, purpley, gray kind of color. I don't know how to explain it. But I really like the formula of that one. I've only worn it a couple times, but every time I really liked how it felt on my lips, and I liked the finish. It was kind of like a satin finish, and it was really soft and creamy, and I liked it a lot. So this spicy color, it's described as a true red. It looks really pretty to me. It's like Snow White kind of color. And I think this is the only other shade I would purchase. Maybe the grayish one. I think it's called Ace. I'm not sure. But I think a satiny kind of red that's this comfortable would be really nice. And yeah, this might be the only other red lipstick I get because I have a couple of ones. But I don't think this is like top of my list of things I would purchase. But it's pretty. This is the Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss in the shade Peach Kiss, and When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be too dark for me. It looked kind of pinky, and I was kind of not wanting to get it. But then I heard other people that are of a skin tone similar to mine said they really enjoyed it. And it's interesting to me, but then I'm like, I think I already have highlighters like this, and if I don't, honestly, do I need another highlighter? You know, like, is it that special to me? So again, I might ask for this for Christmas. It's a little cheaper, only $9, so I might actually get this, but I don't think I'm going to actually go out and get it myself. But it does look really pretty to me. I don't know. I'm a wreck. Everything looks pretty to me. This is something that I don't think I'm going to spend my money on. I'm not exactly sure, but I would use it if I had it. So again, this might be something I ask for as a gift. But this is basically a really, really, really light colored eyeliner. So you can put it in your waterline and it will make you look more awake like a white eyeliner would. But it also enhances either the color of your eyes or your eyeshadow look or whatever you want it to enhance, like with any color. So at first I was thinking of getting a pinky or an orange or something like that because I have blue eyes and I know that complements it. But then I read somewhere that a blue eyeliner, like a light blue eyeliner, would complement blue eyes too. And this one is really pretty. It's baby powder. I don't know, it's like a baby blue, like a sky blue. It's really nice and I think it would look good, and I don't know, maybe it would make me look more awake. I've been enjoying the look of a white eyeliner in my waterline, and this might make my eyes look more like white? I don't know. I'm not really good with colors. So you should let me know if I'm right about that, but I am interested in this. I do want to try Catrice, and this is their All Matte Plus Shine Control Powder. And I thought this was really interesting because it's a mattifying powder that also, in the description, it says it's kind of glowy, like a satin finish, and it'd be really nice because I think in combination skin, I'm not exactly sure, because I get really oily, but then as soon as I put like foundation on or anything, I have like dry, like flakes, I don't know what it is, like all over, and I don't know if it's just the foundation I'm using or what, but I've noticed it with multiple foundations, so I think it's just me. But it's like I can't find the good happy balance, so maybe if I had a not mattifying powder too, I don't know. Somebody needs to help me. But this looks really interesting to me. I mean, not interesting, it's a powder. It's a not mattifying powder, but it is. I don't know, it's also confusing, but it just sounds good from the description. Like, if you need to go read the description on ULTA's website. I'm just saying, it sounds good. Now this one I'm interested in because I own the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliners in red and green. I think it's Vivid Envy and Vivid Fire, or it's the other way around, but whatever. But I wanted to do Christmas looks with them, so I got red and green, and I wanted to get a white. But then the white eyeliner that NYX sells, I've heard a lot of bad things about that one, so I'm iffy about it. And so this is the next best thing I could find. Let me know if there's anything else, but I do want something pretty cheap. But this is like a silvery white, sparkly liner. And it's kind of basically the same packaging or whatever, so I thought this would be cute because I do want to do like a candy cane liner, maybe. I'm not that talented, but I want to try, and I need a white eyeliner or something like that to do it. And I think a red and a sparkly white would be like really pretty for the holidays. So I know this is marketed as a dark circle concealer, but I think it would be interesting to use it sort of like how people use the MAC paint pot, like as a eyeshadow primer. I don't know if it's just the packaging that makes me think of the MAC paint pot, but I want to use it like that, and I'm not sure if this fair shade is light enough for me. I know I'm not like as pale as I could be, but it looks like it could slightly be a little bit pink or whatever, like peachy. So I'm not sure how that would work, but I am intrigued and willing to find out for $6. When I saw this foundation, I was really, really curious because all the foundations I have basically tried, besides my e.l.f. one, are non-cruelty free. And I don't know if you've caught this from my previous videos, but I want to use up my non-cruelty free products and end up changing to cruelty-free products completely, like for makeup and skincare, hopefully. But you know, it's kind of hard. But anyway, NYX is a cruelty-free brand, and when I saw this foundation, I was really interested in it. I love how many shades are in it. That's like great. And I don't know. I know it's a matte formula, and as I said before, I am oily, but then I also get dry, so I don't know if it would work, but I'm interested in it, and I would probably just use it up. Plus, I like most of the things that NYX sells, so I'm pretty curious about this. This might be my next foundation. So this is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cool Glow palette. I did own a colorful highlighter palette by them. It was the Strobe Balm palette or something like that, but I didn't like it because the formula and everything, and plus it was a cream highlighter, and I'm more interested in powder because it's easier, and I don't know, I just like it better. And so this one doesn't look as in your face, and as someone with a lighter skin tone, I appreciate that. I'm not sure how a darker skin tone would feel about this, but I think it would be really pretty. The purple lilac-y one looks pretty nice. And I don't know, I think this is basically the same thing as the other one, but hopefully a better formula. And also, it's usually $15. I don't know if it's on sale or not, but it's $7.49 right now. Hopefully they're not discontinuing it, or it's just gonna stay like that. I don't know. It's on sale. Who knows? But this might be a cool like makeup thing to just ask for as a gift, you know? Like something I'm not gonna buy myself, but I'm also tempted to buy it myself. I don't know. This is up in the air, but it looks pretty to me. So to me, this product is kind of like the Catrice powder that I mentioned earlier, but it's not mattifying. It's marketed as a highlighter palette, but it's not really a highlighter palette. I've heard it's the best dupe people have found for the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. And usually it's $15 again, like the last one, and I would not be willing to purchase this for that amount of money, but it's half off. I think it's $7.50, and at this price point, I definitely would. So, again, present material, but it does look really nice, and I would not be mad to have it. So I mentioned this in one of my last videos that Zura Makeup, or however you pronounce that, did a video on this, and she liked it, and I totally trust that, you know, I'm not doubting that, but it was only one person's opinion, so I was a little iffy on whether to purchase this. But then I saw Jessica Braun yet again. She did a video using the spicy one. I don't know what it's called, but it's the warm toned one. And I know they're different palettes, but it's the same kind of line. And she was pleasantly surprised with that one. So I'm really interested in this. This is probably going to be one I definitely purchase because it's only $10, and it's not the most unique thing in the entire world, but it does have shades that I don't own. And it just looks really cool, and I like the color combination. And for Essence, I don't know, it's really nice. And I'm kind of lame, so I don't really know the songs or bands or whatever the heck in the palette. But again, that's another good thing about this palette. It's going to make me research them. It's going to help me learn. So yeah, I'm going to get this palette. It's so cute to me. Like, look at it. Once I learn, I'll be like singing along as I do my makeup. Like, you know, it's gonna be great. Into it.